It's no secret that we lose things along the awakening journey. We may lose friends, we may lose family members, we may lose jobs, careers, locations, environments. We may lose a lot of things, okay, as we continue to develop and our vibration continue to shift, so too does the things that are in our life. Okay, so as we learned previously, our internal vibration is what dictates our external reality, right? And so as we go through the transition and our internal vibration begins to shift, the universe has to rearrange things in the external to match what's happening within the internal. Okay, so at some point, you're gonna realize that things are leaving your life. Okay, things are starting to fall out of your life. Friendships are dissolving, relationships dissolving, straining apart. Okay, losing jobs, losing careers, and those type of things. Okay, having to change locations, move to a new home or start a new career. Those type of things. Okay, this process is what's essentially known as completion. All right, completion is essentially the end of a cycle. All right, as we know, the awakening journey is unfolding in stages, it's unfolding in cycles. And so as we complete one cycle, this is what we call a shift. Okay, we shift to another timeline. All right, now how do we deal with completions? What's the best way to deal with completions? And before we get into it, guys, I want to take a moment to say hello and welcome to everyone. If you're new here, I am Inspired Seeker, and on this channel, we discuss spirituality, personal development, and narcissism. So, if any of that appeals to you, or if you feel called to, then by all means join us, and I promise you will not regret that decision. So, now that we got that out of the way, guys, let's talk about completions, all right? And like I said, completions are essentially when cycles are ending, all right? The awakening journey is unfolding in stages, unfolding in cycles, and every time we closing out a cycle, we are essentially coming to a full completion, all right? Now, in numerology, this will be represented by 999, right? 999. That's the end of the cycle. It's a completion, okay? This is essentially when one cycle is ending and making way for the next cycle to begin. Okay. And so you shift in timelines, all right, from one timeline to the next timeline. All right. So how does this look like? What does this look like? How does this look along the journey? This looks like things starting to leave your life. Okay. This looks like things that no longer belong with you. Okay. All the things that no longer belong with you. Okay. This could be people, places, things, situations, environments, you name it. All right. But pretty much everything that's no longer in alignment with you. Okay. Remember, as you shift, your vibration is shifting, is changing essentially. So your external reality has to adjust to match this internal vibration. Right. And so as you shift, uh, the things in your external reality that does not match your internal vibration, your new internal vibration will begin to fall out of your reality. All right. And so they, like I said, this could manifest itself as people, places, things, situations, you name it. All right. But the idea here is that these things are leaving to make way for newer energies to come into your life. all right? The things that are in alignment with your new vibration to come into your life, all right? But what happens while we going through this process here is that many of us go through this sort of grieving process, okay? Because imagine you're living one way, right? You're living your life one way, and then suddenly um, there's a completion, right? Cycles are ending, things are completing, people are leaving your life, okay? Just things are coming to an abrupt end, okay? You leaving someone or you moving somewhere new, you know. And so what happens is it tends to carry with it a sense of grief, right? As we go through that process, it becomes like, oh, this is something that we used to do every day, right? This is something that we were doing normally, and now we're not able to do it anymore, right? Not being able to do it anymore is one thing, but that is something that we learn on our own, okay? Because if we go and try to force it, okay, that's what I've learned along the journey, okay? Every time we force a situation, all right, it becomes painful, okay? So for instance, situations are ending, okay, completions, all right, things are starting to end or leave your life. And one of the mistakes that a lot of us make is holding on to these things beyond their expiration date. And so when you do this, when you hold on to these things, it becomes painful, okay? The universe essentially will rip it out of your reality, okay? It will forcefully rip it out of your reality, and it will become painful, okay? So when this is happening, guys, the key is to surrender to the process and allow the process to unfold, okay? Allow the process to run its course. Allow what is supposed to leave your life to leave, and allow what is supposed to stay to stay. Okay, don't hold on to things beyond their expiration. Allow them to go. Okay, because they need to go to make room for newer energies to come into your life. All right. So that's one. Do not hold on to it. All right. Allow the universe to do what it's trying to do in your life. All right. The second thing is that many of us feel like we're losing something, right? Imagine we've been at a particular job or career for so many years, right? And then suddenly, boom, huh? Guys, I got on YouTube the other day. I'm gonna make a video on this actually, but I got on YouTube the other day, and there's a neurosurgeon, okay, who resigned from their position. They quit. They don't feel aligned anymore. Okay, so think about that. All right, you live in your life. You've been living a certain way for so long, and then suddenly, boom, completion. Right. So some of us tend to have a bit of grief associated with that. All right, as we feel like we losing a part of ourselves. Okay, so, because we've been doing it for so long, it has essentially become a part of us. So when we have to let it go, we feel like we're losing a part of ourselves. All right. So this is essentially how the completion look like. All right. And dealing with it could be a bit painful. Okay. As I said, so be prepared to deal with emotions. Okay. There could be a lot of emotional stuff associated with and grieving stuff associated with completions. Okay, so be prepared for that. Um, Also, guys, one of the things is that when we go through this process and things leave our life, then we suddenly find ourselves um, with all this void. Okay, now what do we do? What do we do with this void? Right, guys? The void is there, is ready to be filled, but how do we fill it? Okay, tune into your heart, guys. Okay, because at that point in time, you're probably going to be looking for direction. Okay, so tune into your heart. All right, tune into your heart. Huh? In your meditations, guys, ask for guidance. All right, do affirmations. All right, be open to receive. Ask for guidance. Spend time in nature. Okay, listen to binaural beats. All right, listen to meditation music. All right, and the ideas will come to you. Okay, the next steps. All right, the direction you may be looking for will come to you when you least expect it. All right, so this is essentially how you would deal with completions. All right, when cycles end, cycles have to end to make room for next cycles to begin. All right, and so when you are ending cycles, it manifests itself physically as things leaving your life or relationships ending suddenly. Okay, jobs, careers ending. Okay, you relocating to a new town or a new country, even. Okay, just a lot of changes. All right, out with the old and in with the new, essentially. All right, and so it manifests itself physically as things leaving your life. All right, the key is to simply surrender to the process and allow things to unfold. All right, and in due time, the things that are meant to stay in your life will stay, and the things that are new energies will also find your way into your life, and the things that are no longer in alignment with you will essentially disappear. Right. So I hope I made this clear enough, guys. Take a moment to share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section. And if you're new here and you find value in this, then by all means stick around. There should be another video or playlist popping up somewhere here. Stick around, get more information on the awakening journey, get more information on narcissism. Other than that, I'll leave this here. Until next time, peace, love,